Hey everyone, welcome to Randolph High School in Randolph, New Jersey's Champion Athletes Apex Wrestling School and the Harrington Companies bring you GardenStateHSWrestling.com's live coverage of the West Morris Wolfpack facing the Hanover Park Hornets. I'm Donald J. Brower. On the call with me is James Clarke. James, good matchup so far between these squads. West Morris going 1-1 and Hanover Park going 1-1 heading into this final matchup of the evening.
Yeah, definitely. So one of these teams are definitely going to be going over to either 2-1 on the day or 1-2. So I'm excited for that as the Hanover Park wrestler gets his first takedown of the bout. Leads this one 2-0 at 120 pounds. For Zulbisi from Westmore Central and Dunn from Hanover Park. And he leads this one 2-0, 30 seconds into the first period. And I've known Westmore Central and Hanover Park have had some really good matchups the last, 5, 6, 7 years or so. They've had some really good matchups. Came really right down to the end of the wire. And Dunn trying to work on that turn. And I believe Don was there also when Hanover Park and West Morris were in the same section that one year, or was it a section final that you covered at one point where they won that West Morris lost by 3, or?
What year was that? Because Dunn I think is young. It might have been an older relative.
It was It was the 2012-13 season.
If Dunn was still there in 2012-2013. We got to get this kid some lessons.
No. I meant Hanover Park and Westmore Central.
Oh, yes. I thought you were talking about actually Dunn.
No.
I'm like, what do you think he did? I understand education's a little off, but I'm like, do you think he stayed back 10 years? Quick pin there by Dunn.
No, I was talking about earlier because I know you were doing your other technical stuff, but I was talking about the nice matchups that West Morris and Hanover Park has had over the years. But we'll talk about that momentarily. Today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athletes, Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, and the Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of GardenStateHSWrestling.com's live wrestling coverage. And a special thank you to Next Generation Training Center for being the main sponsor for today's quad at Randolph High School.
Donald J. Brower here with James Clarke. We are in the second bout here of the West Morris Wolfpack versus the Hanover Park Hornets. Nick DiFrancescantonio with a quick 2-0 lead against Mark Montour.
As you can see, that name DiFrancescantonio not fitting on the green there, which was something that we saw from earlier. But Mark Montour was a nice, solid wrestler for the Wolfpack last year. And DiFrancescantonio leads this one 2-0. We'll see if he tries to work something here, and both wrestlers go out of bounds. And we'll see what he can do as Mark Montour from West Morris is on the bottom and DiFrancescantonio on top. DiFrancescantonio working to the side, trying to do a spiral ride. See if he can try and throw in. Looked like he was going to try and throw in a leg. We'll see. Trying to break apart the hands is Montour, and he gets out. 2-1 DiFrancescantonio. And taking in on a shot, a single leg there is DiFrancescantonio. And blocking it off is Montour. Not being able to settle back there was Montour, but getting back into the action is DiFrancescantonio. Trying to get the sweep the single leg there. We'll see if he can try and get Montour back to the center of the mat, or at least try to get him back in bounce and finish on the takedown. He has 2 toes in, and the official is indicating that, and he's going to give him the takedown right at the end of the first period. And DiFrancescantonio leads this one 4-1. It's going to be DiFrancescantonio's choice. He is going to go bottom. And here we go. Now trying to bring him back down is Monitor. And he's just going to let him go. Make it 5-1. DeFrancesco Antonio over Mark Monitor from West Morris. And we'll figure out what's going on. Figure out what's going on in this match here as both wrestlers are still going at it. And we'll see who gets the takedown here as a shot attempt there by DeFrancesco Antonio. Not too successful with that. But as we talked about throughout the stream, DeFrancesco Antonio, one of the great names here for Hanover Park. And Monitor, who's been a solid wrestler the last couple of years for this West Morris Wolfpack. And getting in on that shot, trying to finish that shot is DeFrancesco Antonio, and nicely blocked by Monitor. And seeking out from the back door is DeFrancesco Antonio, trying to split apart the legs is DeFrancesco Antonio, but grabbing that left ankle is Monitor. And just going to belly out on this one for Monitor, and DeFrancesco Antonio near the takedown. And he gets it. Make it 7-1.
Montore over here, solid wrestler for this West Morris team. You know, one of those young guys they could count on. But DeFrancesco Antonio is tough. I mean, that family's tough. I mean, you know, his brother, All-American at TCNJ. Got another brother who graduated, came through here, left his mark on the program, and now him. The DeFrancesco Antonio name is going to be up on that wall in Hanover Park for some great years.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. And the youngest brother here is doing such a phenomenal job with doing just that. And that's the end of 2 periods, and he leads this one 7-1. 2 more minutes to go in the third.
Do you enjoy our coverage? Do you own a local business? We have limited sponsorship opportunities left for the 23-24 season. You could sponsor a live stream or one of the individual pages. Just click on the Your Ad Here page logo. It'll click over to a sponsor form. Fill it out. It goes directly to me. We'd love to help you guys spread the word about your business. Let us make you the star of the show. Don't listen to the used car salesman goof. We deliver the proof. All he does is lie, and we supply. Come with GardenStateHSWrestling.com. We'll help you spread your business around. The premier high school wrestling coverage in the northern New Jersey area. GardenStateHSWrestling.com.
Now back into the action. 7-1 lead here for DeFrancesco Antonio as he is on a leg. And blocking off is Monitor. Near the takedown is DeFrancesco Antonio. Blocking it off there is Monitor. And they're right at the edge of that mat there, so just has to be careful to make sure that he does not get called out of bounds, and they do get called out of bounds right into the back of the center of the mat.
DeFrancesco Antonio with the name so long it doesn't even fit on my graphic.
I know, and that's what I said earlier.
It's just, and it's always funny to listen, especially when they do the announcements at counties. I think they just give up halfway through. It's like DeFrancesco. I'm like, nope, there's a whole nother part to it.
Definitely. 40 seconds left to go in the third period, and a stall warning there. And DeFrancesco Antonio is going to.
You almost gave up on it.
No, I did not.
You almost.
No,
I felt it. I heard it.
No, I did not.
You were trying to give up on it. I heard it.
Nope, I did not. I finished it all.
You started trying to stop. You're like, no.
I would never do so.
I live in that town. I can't get those guys coming after me.
I would never do such a thing. But he now gets another takedown, make it 11-2. 20 seconds to go in the third.
I'm going to be trying to be up at Mama Rayo's getting a sandwich up the street, and I'm going to have the DeFrancesco Antonio family coming after me. I don't need that.
No, I wonder if they would praise me for such a great commentary work that I do with you.
No, they'll probably be like, who is that guy? I got to talk to him.
And to close out the third period, DeFrancesco Antonio is going to get the 11-2 win over Mark Monitor of West Morris Central. Take the time to follow us on social media, on Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on Twitter at GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram at Garden State HS Wrestling. And if you like everything that we have provided here today, put a like on this video. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel of GardenStateHSWrestling.com. We really appreciate everything and all the support that you guys give us all throughout the wrestling season. So thank you so much. And we're over the 1,000 subscribers now. So thank you so much for providing all the support. And now we're going into the 132-pound weight class. And for Westmore Central, we have Harrison and Cesaro from Hanover Park. Now Harrison on the shot. They go out of bounds. 16 seconds into the first period. So as I mentioned earlier, Don, we were talking about the Westmore Central Hanover Park. Was it a section match that you covered that one time? It was very, I know it was like a very close match. It was like a 1 or 2 point match. There was something happened like right at the end.
It was a regular season match right towards the end of January, and I remember it exactly. I was at the match. Hanover Park technically was down 6. They were going to lose. Even if they tied, they were going to lose. So it was, I'm drawing a blank on his name. It was Joey Zecca. He came in. He shot hard on the edge line, knocked the JV wrestler down from West Morris. The JV wrestler came up swinging, got stopped, got DQ'd, -3 team points. So Hanover Park went from tying and losing to winning by 3 points.
That's insane. Insane way to win.
I remember that. That was insane. That was early on in the year. It was one of the first or second.
And I think that was the first match. Did you cover that match? Was it like a radio kind of thing that you were doing?
I think I did a live live blog.
So that must have been really exciting to kind of kick off your debut.
Yeah, it was one of the early ones. We had fun with it.
And I still talk about the days of when we first covered our first match together 7 years ago. 6 years ago, going on 7. We get the 2-0 lead here for Harrison for West Morris.
I don't think it's 2-0. I think it's more.
Unless if we did miss anything, like as far as back points go or anything.
No, I think is the score wrong?
The team score is 11-0.
Is it not supposed to be 10-0?
Hanover Park. It should be 10-0. Should be 10-0. There was a pin and a
regular. Was it a major?
I'm almost yeah, it was 11-2. It was 11-2 major decision, so it should be 10-0 for Hanover Park.
I think it is.
But Harrison leads us 1-0. Yep, and I think the official is going to go over to try to fix that team score, so it is 10-0. As they're going to get that squared away. It's going to be deferred, and it's going to be Cesaro's choice. He's going to go bottom to start.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't think it was that score, but, you never know.
Nope, so that was a good eye by you, Don.
Thank you. I predicted a caution here, too. I just hadn't said it. It was in my head.
Oh, Mr. Brower. You're something. No, Mr. Brower served. That's what you told me earlier today.
Thank you.
That's what you told
Proper
me earlier
credit.
today.
Give me my flowers.
I wish there was any extra left over. I would give you one. But anyway, we got a 2-0 lead here for Harrison. We're about 13 seconds into the second. And he has a power half there, excuse me. Breaking down that base is Harrison. See if he can try and run something there. Looks like he's trying to run a half there. I think the official is going to try to call a stalemate because neither one is improving their position unless that he continues to work, and he is continuing to work. And nothing called yet, but he's in there pretty deep. Just has to watch that arm, make sure it doesn't get a little out of whack. And nicely defended there by Cesaro from Hanover Park.
Getting back to his base there. He was in bad position there.
He was. He really was. And I thought it was going to be pretty close to back points. And Harrison going back, still holding a 2-0 lead. Trying to bring him back there. He just has to be careful he doesn't get pinned on his own from top, which doesn't always happen often, but it can happen, and it can happen quick. And Cesaro gets out. 2-1. 30 seconds to go in the second period. And hanging on the head are both wrestlers. Harrison needs to circle back in, but out of bounds. They go. 17 seconds left to go in a second. And back to the center of the mat are both wrestlers. Going in, feeling each other out are both wrestlers. Less than 10 seconds to go. A shot by Harrison, nicely defended by Cesaro. And after 2 periods, it's a 2-0 lead for Harrison. No takedown rewarded at the end of the second there, so it's still 2-1 Harrison. Harrison's going to go bottom to start the third period right away. So this will be the opportunity for Cesaro to try to ride or try to get some back points out of this, and if nothing is doing there, he might try to cut him and just try to take him down, which is usually the thought process when a score is like this, 2-1.
Trying to get those extra points, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And going there is Cesaro, trying to break down that base, trying to see if he can work for the arm bar. He has control of that left arm of Harrison. And trying to head lever is Cesaro. And now see if he can try and work for a tilt. But nothing doing there by Cesaro from Hanover Park, who's been wrestling pretty tough here against Harrison.
Yeah, but very impressed by it, because there's always these matches where, you know, you understand the Di Francesca Antonos, you understand the Lavals, the Deans, the Borgias. It's always these matchups between these kids you don't really hear a lot about that decide these quads.
Yeah, most definitely. Now we get the escape there. It's 3-1 Harrison leads, so we need to play the takedown game here for Cesaro. It's time for him to get the takedown. We're under a minute left to go in the third. Hanover Park leads the overall match 10-0.
Both teams 1-1 coming into this at tonight's quad.
And one of them is going to come out as the victor.
That's usually what happens, James. It's a competition.
Oh, I understand that.
I didn't know if you needed to tell everybody.
Oh, well, I like to. And now, you know, going in, and Harrison takedown of his own and some back points. He might even get a pin here. If he just elevates a little bit more, try to put some more pressure on that. And he's still going to walk away. He has 3 points there. And Harrison's going to walk away with the victory for this one, as he wins this one 8-1. If you like everything that we have today, follow us on social media, on Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on Twitter at GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling. And if you like everything that we have provided here today, click the like button, and also click the subscribe button and subscribe to the GardenStateHSWrestling.com YouTube page for all of your wrestling favorites. Now we'll go into the 138-pound weight class. And for Hanover Park, they're going to show up first. We're going to find out and this is, we believe it's Lozado from Hanover Park. And then for Westmore Central, Caruso from Westmore Central. Rosado from Hanover Park and Caruso from Westmore Central. So this will be a pretty nice evenly matched bout here that we know Hanover Park definitely wants, and Westmore Central.
Obviously, West Morris wants to get some points here, shorten up that lead.
Definitely. Caruso trying to figure out wrestling is low-scoring defensive chess matches.
That's what we got so far here.
40 seconds to go in the first period. Neither one giving up an inch. Just doing a little bit of hand fighting. But neither one, but as I say that, Rosado gets in on a shot, but not successful with that, as it was blocked off by Caruso. A stall warning on Caruso as Rosado's shot out of bounds. Sprawling that out, Caruso getting a shot in on his own and sprawled out of it, nicely sprawled out of it is Rosado. 15 seconds left to go in the first. Now in that front headlock position is Caruso. Neither one improving their position right here, so we're under 5 seconds in the first, and we're gonna go, and 1 second to go in the first. We're gonna go into this period go into the next period all tied up at 0. So I believe this should be Hanover Park's choice. It is. They're gonna defer, and Caruso's gonna go bottom right away. We're all tied up here at 0. And there's a caution on Caruso. Today's broadcast
I think it's on Rosado, by the way.
Rosado, excuse me. Today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athletes Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, and the Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of GardenStateHSWrestling.com's live wrestling coverage. And as well as a special thank you to Next Generation Training Center for being the main sponsor for today's quad at Randolph High School. Again, we are here tonight at Randolph High School for the Randolph Holiday Quad, and we are covering the West Morris Wolfpack and the Hanover Park Hornets with your host, Donald Brower, along with James Clarke on the call. We're
dangerous position here. Rosado has Caruso in. If he can get him down to the, more towards the mat, he might be able to have. He's got an inside Kratos, just in bad position to get it. Looks like Caruso broke the grip and it has a single.
And he gets out of it. It's going to be 1-0 Caruso. So it's 1-0. And we'll see what happens here. We're under a minute to go in the second period. And getting in on that shot is Rosado. And sprawling out nicely is Caruso, but if he could get those shoelaces right down on the mat, it would make it even impossible for Rosado. But spinning around is Caruso. Gonna see if he can get a takedown of his own. He has that right ankle hooked, and he gets it. Makes it 3-0 to extend the lead for Vincent Caruso of West Morris Central. Now getting in on a crossface is Caruso. 10 seconds to go in the second. With Caruso on top, 3-0 over Rosado of Hanover Park. And that is the end of the second period. And it's going to be Rosado's choice, and he's going to go bottom to start the third period, with Caruso leading this one 3-0. As both wrestlers get themselves set. And the third period is underway.
I had to go chase somebody away from the camera from the other one because apparently people don't understand there's a camera shooting at a scoreboard. So if you notice people's heads randomly popping over the scoreboard, like there's one there.
And a headlock.
Rolled through it. He got him in a pin of his own.
Oh, that was a nice headlock, but not enough of that weight momentum from Rosado.
No, Caruso popped on the back. Actually had him in bad position for a second there.
So we'll see what happens here. Both wrestlers are going to go out of bounds.
You get the restart here.
And Barry Jackson, the official for tonight over here, who's been in the sport of wrestling officiating for many years. Try to break down the base. Try to do a mat return. Nice mat return there by Caruso.
Want to take a quick second here to thank some of our local sponsors. In Hanover Park, Blue Kitchen, James Senko State Farm, Lazio's Pizza, Lou's Jewelers, Taco Muerto, and Mama Rayos. For West Morris, me and Nino, we have Long Valley Pub, OMG Burgers, Victor Pet Foods, and New Jersey Total Health. And for Warren Hills, Pueblo's Auto Clinic, Mamma Mia's Pizza, Musenheisen's Bagel, and Williams Irish Tavern. And then finally for host Randolph, Randolph Diner, Forte, Brooklyn Bagels, and Premier Health. Thank you for being continued sponsors of Garden State HS Wrestling and all our coverage this year. Nice lockup there. It looks like a cradle. Gets the pin, Caruso. That's a big one. That actually could swap because, that's one of those 6-point swings.
Yeah, definitely. So now they only trail by a point. It's 10-9. Great job there by Caruso with what looked like was going to be a 3-point decision, ends up being a pin. So congratulations to Vincent Caruso of West Morris.
I missed what happened there at the end. Was there something?
I think they were looking at the hand of Caruso, and, I want to say they might be looking for something like a bite mark or something, but because they were looking at the hand.
Oh, maybe they're accusing the bite in, and I didn't see anything, so I didn't see it on the footage. See who West Morris is sending out here.
Now we'll go on to the 144-pound weight class. We have Byer from West Morris Central. And for Hanover Park, we'll get the name in momentarily. Tanawa from Joey Tanawa from Hanover Park.
Tantawi. It's not
Tantawi.
Star Wars. Tantawi.
Don't worry, I'm getting better with it, at least somewhat better.
Sure.
But maybe it's an understatement. As
Sure.
he gets in on a takedown.
I don't think he got awarded the 2, but there should get it there.
And the escape there is Byer, so it's 2-1 for Joey.
I think Dean's going to be coming out next.
Getting on a shot. See if he can get a takedown of his own. And nice little wizard there thrown in by Joey. They go out of bounds. It's 4-2, Byer of West Morris. So going in on the shot there is Joey. Nice takedown there by him. 6-2. And after one period, it is 6-2 Joey from Hanover Park. And it's going to be his choice. He's going to go bottom to start. And that's going to be a caution. I believe they're going to call it. They called it on Byer. That's what I thought.
We should be good to go here. I think camera-wise, our inputs are good. We had a little bit of a weird look. There, I think we're good. Everything's set with the camera. Apologize for the interruption. Donald J. Brower here with James Clarke. It's the 144 bout of the Hanover Park versus West Morris match. Both teams are 1-1 heading into this last match of the quad. Hanover Park is leading 10-9.
And 9-3 right there for Joey as he cuts Byer. 9-3. About 30 seconds into the second. Both wrestlers feeling each other out. And a shot there by Joey. Nice shot there by him. And he's going to get some back points along the way. And Nope. Yep, he's going to give him 2 back points. I say it looked like he did give him at least 2 back points there.
We're major decision territory right here.
Absolutely. Which is something that Hanover Park would definitely want for sure. Especially with how tightly contested this matchup is here with West Morris and Hanover Park.
Going to give the optional start here.
Just going to cut him. 13-4.
I think he wants to obviously go tech fall if he could get it.
I think so as well.
Still got a little time here.
He'll get a takedown.
Wants to try to get a tilt, obviously. I don't know if he'll be able to take him down, let him up, take him down, let him up. But
he'll try to do everything that he can, but they get rolled out of bounds.
Down at the other mat, Warren Hills is leading 28-6. We have coverage of that on the other stream that is being manned by Shane Dunn and Dan Graham.
And then Donald J. Brower and James Clarke covering on this match over here with Hanover Park and Westmore Central. About 20 seconds to go in the second. 15-5, Joey leads this one for Hanover Park. Another takedown. 17-15.
Slides up to get some back points. He might get the pin, but I don't think he got the back points there.
Got 2.
Did he get 2 back points
Yep,
there?
he got 2 back
wow.
points.
Needs one more point. I almost wish you thought he would have held him a little bit. Oh, it's the second period. I'm sorry. I thought it was the third period. I was like, look at the time. I'm like, why does he cut? I mistook that. My apologies. He still got time.
Don't worry. I was keeping an eye on that. Don't worry. Third period going in, 19-5. And Joey's going to go bottom to start. He definitely, anything like an escape or a reversal will definitely end it here for him. So I think he's definitely just looking for bonus points here at this point. But Byer definitely not wanting to give that up. But Joey getting back on top and throwing in the leg is Byer. And that's something that I don't think West Morris definitely did not want to happen. But he's going to get the takedown, and he'll get maybe 2 back points there. But either way, they'll end in a tech fall for Joey of Hanover Park.
Tantwai?
Yep.
Tantui?
15-9.
Tantuni? Is that the one from Star Wars? It's one of them.
But if you like us, follow us on social media. On Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com. On Twitter at GardenStateHSW. And on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling. And if you like everything that we have provided here on either stream, click the like button down below and make sure to hit the subscribe button as well to follow all of your wrestling needs. And now we go into the 150-pound weight class as both wrestlers checking in. And the goes underway. We have Vizino from Westmore Central checking in. And for Hanover Park, Madeira from Hanover Park. Both wrestlers go out of bounds. 15-9 lead here for Hanover Park over West Morris. Both wrestlers feeling each other out, not wanting to give up an inch. Trying to throw in a Merkel is Vizino, and he gets it. At least he gets the takedown. Might even get a quick 2 as well. And he does.
2 back points, and I think he's going to get some more here.
Definitely, as he gets a tilt. And
going to get 3, it looked like?
I thought 2, close to 3.
2, okay. I wasn't sure if it was the full amount. I know he was down there for a second.
Yeah, it was very, very close to getting 3. But either way, 6-0 lead here for Vizino, who the last couple of matches that we've seen him wrestle has been wrestling impressive today. Throwing in that Turk in the crossface is Vizino. Should be 6-0 on the scoreboard for Vizino of Westmore Central. Grabbing it in on that wrist is Vizino. And both wrestlers are going to go out of bounds. They're going to reset in the center of the mat. 6-0 on the scoreboard, 21 seconds to go in the first period. As Vizino gets himself set. And they'll get reset here.
I think what's going to be interesting, too, is when we get to the upper weights, are we going to see Borgia versus Lavelle? You know?
Yeah, definitely.
That'll be something I want to see.
Absolutely. Now locking up on a cradle is Vizino. And that's the end of one period. Vizino leads this one 6-0. And here we go, the start of the second period with Vizino on the bottom. To start the second, he gets the quick escape. Make it 7-0. They go out of bounds. They'll reset at the center of the mat.
I'd like to take a quick moment to thank some of our local sponsors. For Hanover Park, Blue Kitchen, James Senko State Farm, Lazio's Pizza, Lou's Jewelers, Taco Muerto, and Mama Reyes. And for West Morris, New Jersey Total Health, Victor's Pet Foods, Long Valley Pub, OMG Burger, and Mia Nonas.
And you want to take the time? We'll talk about our social media.
As we have an injury timeout right now.
Follow us on Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on Twitter at GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling.
And if you like what you see here, click like and subscribe. You'll get notified when I put up a podcast weekly with our live events, including the one we're doing at Peaburg tomorrow between Phillipsburg, Mount Olive, North Hunterdon, and Delsey, as well as all the other live events we do. And if you like what you see and you want to sponsor and get the word out about your business, we have limited 2023-2024 season sponsorships available. You can sponsor on a live stream or you can sponsor a team page. Just click on one of the blank Your Ad Here's, fill out the sponsor form. It comes directly to me. We are the premier wrestling coverage company in the area. Why deal with the used car salesman goof when I deliver the proof? We are the best. So come with and leave alone the rest. Come with GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Let us make you the star of the show. And also some of our other local sponsors as they're taking care. Maybe it looks like he got poked in the eye with his contact, nothing too serious. For Warren Hills, Palello's Auto Clinic, Williams Irish Tavern, Mama Maria's Pizza, and Muheisen's Bagels. And for Randolph, Brooklyn Bagels, Randolph Diner, Forte, and Premier Health. Thank you for all your help this season in making this a success. And we wouldn't be here without our special sponsor of the night, James, the Training Center, Next Generation Training Center. Thank you so much for your sponsorship of not only this match, but every match here at this great quad here in Randolph. Locally owned and operated right here in Randolph. Give them a call if you want to up your game. Next Generation Training Center.
Now we got...
I legit just want to say something funny here. I'm so used to, I know we're doing a quad, so I know there's too much. As they're standing there, I thought one of the fans was yelling stalling at the injury time. I was like, why are they yelling stalling? And I realized it was for the other match.
Yeah, definitely, and looks like it's extending the lead now. After that, looks like a Warren Hills pin right there. Now we'll extend that lead over there on the other mat, 34-12.
And you can check out that match if you're looking. We have the stream up. Shane Dunn and
Dan Graham
are calling the action. Dan Graham, newest member of the team. They're over there. They got that one. It's going to be interesting to see. Right now it's tough because it looks like unless things change, Randolph might be going 0-3 at this home quad.
And definitely wrestling some tough teams. Warren Hills, West Morris.
They were right there with West Morris. I mean, honestly, they were right there at the end. And a surprising pin, West Morris on Dean Mangiocavallo, I think, stunned it. They should have won that match. So that right now they should have been up. But, that's what happens.
That's what happens when you're in the sport of wrestling and you're in that close of connection there. So happens. So Vizino leads this one 7-0. We got 40 seconds left to go in the second period. Hanover Park leads this one 15-9. Got about 30 seconds left to go. Neither one wanting to give up an inch. Now 18 seconds to go. Vizino getting in on another takedown. Terrific there for Vizino. He leads it 9-0. We're at the end of the second period. Vizino leads this one 9-0. And we're going into the third period as it is going to be Madero's choice. He's going to go neutral to start the third period, being down by 9. Vizino and Madera from Hanover Park. And feeling each other out are both wrestlers. And we'll see which one can get the takedown, which so far the aggressor of this match has been Vizino. Gets the takedown. Looked like he was going to try to work for some more there. So that should be 11-0 for Vizino. See if he can try and lock up. He's in a position for a cradle, and he did see that there. So nicely done by Vizino. Going to bring him back, get some back points out of it.
A little too much on that momentum, pulling him back.
Not quite there yet, but now bring him back yet again. We'll get some back points if he doesn't stick them. At the moment, I think he gave him a 3 count, if I'm not mistaken, and he does.
We're on the verge of a tech fall here. Almost wonder if he lets him go and then just takes him down.
Which I feel like he would, you would think. But
I think he wants to go for the pin.
Yeah, because they know Hanover Park is pretty close and evenly matched with them, that they want to get all the bonus points that they can get. Approaching to the 30-second mark in this bout at 150. And bringing him back is Vizino. And either way, that's going to end it for Vizino. He has this victory locked up for him. But all Madera has to do is just not get pinned. And that would be technically a win for Hanover Park.
Nice matchup there. Good job by Madera. We'll see if that comes back to help them not giving up that late pin right there.
So follow us on social media, on Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on Twitter at GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling. And also, if you also like all of our stuff that we have provided here today at the Randolph Quad, we ask you, please be sure to also drop a like on this video or the other stream that we have, and also hit the subscribe button as well for all of our upcoming wrestling events.
See who they're sending out here. I think they're sending out Dean, but they're
a little bit of a discussion between Hanover Park. They're trying to figure out who they want to send out. And for this one, he's going to receive a forfeit. And that was Carbone from Hanover Park. Going to receive the forfeit. That'll extend the lead for Hanover Park, 21-14. And this could be the matchup that we were looking for. So Nathan Ott of Hanover Park and Brandon Dean of West Morris Central. So this was definitely the matchup that Don and I have been looking forward to seeing in this bout.
It's going to be a solid matchup here with these guys. I think Dean's going to push the pressure here.
Definitely, and he's getting in on the quick takedown 12 seconds into the first period. Makes it 2-0 for Dean.
I really like Ott, but Dean seems to be on another level. Doing a lot of off-season wrestling, a lot of freestyle. I mean, he's a wrestler. Like, he's that guy he's any weekend you see his dad's posting up pictures of them at another area wrestling, getting better. I mean, this kid is good. Ott looks like he's a little bit injured here, maybe back. Gonna get the trainer over here. I think maybe he just might have got yanked on the back.
So follow us on social media, on Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on Twitter at GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling. And also, if you like everything that we have provided here today at the Randolph Holiday Quad, please be sure to drop a like on this video or our other one as well for our streams, and hit the subscribe button as well for more of your favorite wrestling content. Today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, and the Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of GardenStateHSWrestling.com's live wrestling coverage, as well as a special thank you to Next Generation Training Center for being the main sponsor for today's squad at Randolph High School.
Donald J. Brower here with James Clarke. We are in the 165 matchup here between the West Morris Wolfpack and the Hanover Hornets. The Hornets lead 21-14. We started at 120, and both teams are 1-1 at the quad today, so they're going to be really fighting to come out of here with a winning record at this quad.
Yeah, absolutely, and we'll see who gets it, with Dean taking a 2-0 lead over Nathan Ott of Hanover Park, and getting back on that dump. Nice job there by Dean, trying to work a Turk is Dean. He's going to get some back points out of that one, and could be he's definitely looking for a pin, that's for sure, and he throws in that arm bar. He's going to get at least 3 back points on that one if he doesn't stick them.
Going to get the 3. Great job by Ott there to get off your back. That's like one of the hardest things to do as a wrestler.
Yeah, most definitely. And I know that was very hard for me in my wrestling career, always looking up at the lights.
I am not shocked.
As we approach to under 5 seconds in the first period, we have a 5-0 lead for Brandon Dean of West Morris Central. And Ott is going to defer. And Dean is going to go ahead and start the second period being on bottom with a 5-0 lead. Ott going to try to work something from top. See if he can try and work on a spiral on Dean, but Dean holding on to that ankle of Ott. Going to see if he could try and shake him off, because he does not want Ott to get the legs hooked in there. And he gets the reversal, and looking for more is Dean. We'll see if he's locking up a near side cradle, so we'll see if he gets it here. That's one of the favorite moves for Brandon Dean, and he gets the pin. 21-20, the Hornets lead the Wolfpack. Please be sure to follow us on social media, on Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on Twitter at GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling. And if you like all of the stuff that we have provided here today at the Randolph Holiday Quad, please be sure to drop a like on either this stream or our other stream, and subscribe to the YouTube channel of Garden State HS Wrestling for all of your favorite wrestling needs. And now we're going into the 175-pound weight class. And this is Barisonic from Westmore Central. And for Hanover Park, it is the other Madeira brother. And Barisonic getting in on the takedown. Leads it 2-0. And trying to work on that leg, and blocking it off is Madeira. Both wrestlers top and bottom. Barisonic looking, see if he can try and get the Turk. And, you know, a nice reversal there by Madeira. And looking to get some back points is Madeira. So we'll see if he can try and stick Barisonic here, but doesn't look like he's in that kind of position to be able to do that at this point in time. But he's going to, I want to say he got at least 2, 3 back points. He gets the 3, okay. Wasn't sure about how long he was there, but it's going to be a 5-2 lead for Madeira of Hanover Park. And trying to drop down to a double leg is Madeira as he leads it 5-2 after that takedown from Varsity. Overcame that adversity there. 25 seconds left to go in the first period. And dropping back down to the double leg is Madeira. Now he maintains control back on top. 10 seconds to go in the first. And we'll find out and we'll see what happens going into the second period. But it's going to be a 5-2 lead right now for Madeira of Hanover Park over Varsity of Westmore Central. It's going to be Varasonic's choice.
And it's a tight match. I mean, come on. We talked about it earlier ahead of time, you know, especially with the last match. You thought they were going to match Dean up with Ott, and they got a pin out of that situation with Dean. Great wrestler, but it swings things their way. You got to see what's going to happen here because I'm kind of looking at the Neil Conti match. I think that might be a good 106. We'll see how it goes there.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. That will be something to really look forward to. And it will be also interesting to see if we also see a Laval and Borgia matchup, too.
That'd be another good matchup.
But it also could be a definitely, for sure, like a state matchup preview, for sure.
Oh, for sure. Borgia, you know, made it down the States last year and basically gave everybody he wrestled in the county fits. He almost beat Moscatello, was really close with him both times. You look at, he wrestled really well against Laval. I mean, he was right there with all of the guys.
And that would definitely be something to really see if we do get that matchup tonight.
The upper weights in, you know, obviously with Moscatello last year for this area were insane. The 190 was insane. So, you know, for them to come out here and compete, just seeing those two go at it should be great. But Varsity looks like he might have, does he have the cradles? He's sitting in?
He's near a pin right there, actually, which I thought he looks fly right there, and he gets the pin.
Great job.
Westmore takes its first lead of the night, 26-21. Be sure to follow us on social media, on Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on Twitter at GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling. And if you like all of our wrestling products that we have provided here today, please be sure to drop the like on this video or our other stream that's going on as well on the other mat. And be sure to hit the subscribe button for all of your wrestling needs. And today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, and the Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of GardenStateHSWrestling.com's live wrestling coverage. And a special thank you to Next Generation Training Center for being the main sponsor for today's quad at Randolph High School.
Like I said, if you like what you see here and you want to get notified when we have live streams, when we have our podcast, anything, like and subscribe on that YouTube channel. Thank you for getting us over 1,000 subscribers earlier this season. We're on the march to 2,000. Like and subscribe and follow us for all your wrestling needs. GardenStateHSWrestling.com. And if you're a local business owner and you want to get your business sponsored and put out to the masses on the premier high school wrestling platform in the area, give us a shout. Either email me on the email at the site, admin@GardenStateHSWrestling.com, or go to the Your Ad here, click on the link, fill out the sponsor form. Don't be fooled by other used car salesman goofs. We deliver the proof. Why play with the rest when you can deal with the best? GardenStateHSWrestling.com. We are the one that make you and your business the star of the show. Early here in this 190 bout, and now I'm starting to think maybe you're going to see the match we're talking about with Borgia, Tommy Borgia, and Laval.
I think that could really come down to that, and that would be something to really watch if we do get that matchup tonight.
That'd be a really solid matchup, and that could possibly be a county final preview. And I'm sure that the way everything goes, they could meet in states.
And even a Region 3 final match as well.
Is that possible, sir?
I believe so, yes. And if I'm right, you get to say on live stream that I am the best co-commentator around.
I'm not going to lie to the people. I'm not going to lie to the people.
You got to say it, because if I prove you're wrong.
It's wrong. You're wrong because they're not in the same region.
Did you? Or you just say that?
I just saw that.
You just saw that.
I just saw that. So they could meet in states again. I wouldn't be surprised if they meet. They're two really good wrestlers. If that's the match we see, we're going to see it in counties, as long as they both go 190 or 215, depending on where they go.
Definitely.
0-0 here, heading to the second. Big thank you to our local sponsors for Hanover Park, Blue Kitchen, James Senko State Farm, Lazio's Pizza, Lou's Jewelers, Taco Muerto, and Mama Rayo's. And for West Morris, Mia Nino's, New Jersey Total Health, Victor's Pet Foods, and the Long Valley Pub and OMG Burgers. We were talking about that earlier on the stream. OMG Burgers hits the spot for me.
It really is.
You go there, it's like the end of ends. Like, I have to sit down and take a rest after I eat one of their burgers. It's like so good.
It's really good indeed. And they've been there for quite a few years already.
I go there for their specialty burgers and shakes.
So 0-0 tie here. We have a minute 25 left to go in the second. Hamilton trying to throw in a half Nelson here on Borgia.
Might get the points here. I think I'm surprised he's not getting the count here. Gets the pin. Great job by Hamilton there.
And Hanover Park retakes the lead.
Now we're going to see what happens.
Today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, and the Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of GardenStateHSWrestling.com's live wrestling coverage. And a special thank you to Next Generation Training Center for being the main sponsor for today's quad at Randolph High School. Again, we are here at Randolph High School covering the Hanover Park Hornets versus the West Morris Wolfpack with your host Donald J. Brower and James Clarke on the call. And here we go. We have the matchup that Don and I have been looking forward to. Tommy Borgia of West Morris Central and Vincenzo Laval of Hanover Park.
This is a county final matchup in the making if they wrestle the same way. This is a state's preview. This is going to be a solid matchup between these two. And to get to kind of see this in an early season quad is big because usually you'll see bumping around. And I think this is, going to be telling the tale of the tape here because I look at it from West Morris's point of view. I think they sent Borgia out there to neutralize because you figure Laval's going to get 6. If you could get out there, even if you lose by decision, and keep that where they're not getting bonus points, I think that's what West Morris is doing here, trying to neutralize Laval and potentially beat him.
I think so. I think that just makes the most sense of anything.
We're talking about Laval, who finished 3rd in the state 2 years in a row at 190.
And he's got to be a state. He's got to be a state favorite to hopefully.
He's got to be right in there. He's always right there. You have 2 runs like that. His dad, former head coach here, he won 3 state titles, and in the year he medaled his 4th year. Every wrestler, not only in that on the podium, but everyone else who finished and medaled, all were state champions either before or after that.
That's impressive.
Like, that was a deep weight class.
And he gets another takedown here of his own, leads it 4-1. Now trying to work to the side there is Vincenzo Laval. See if he can try to work something from the top position. Trying to split apart the legs is Laval. Borgia trying to keep his base. .15 seconds left to go in the first, with Laval leading 4-1 over Tommy Borgia of West Morris Central. And it looks like our first period is going to come to an end with that score, 4-1. It's going to be Borgia's choice. He's going to defer, and he's going to have Laval go bottom to start. And we'll see how Borgia does with going from the top position. Either ride, get some points. It's going to be a caution there, I believe, it's going to be on Borgia. as both wrestlers get set. The match gets underway. Laval gets out quickly, 3 seconds in, makes it 5-1. Out of bounds, says the official. We'll go back in the center of the mat. As now Borgia is trying to pick up the pace now, trying to be the aggressor of this match now, as he knows that Laval is such a powerhouse for him.
Well, Laval also wants to be super aggressive here. You know, he knows what he needs to do. He doesn't want to leave it any chance because he understands the talent of a Borgia.
Definitely. Now in the front headlock there is Borgia. See if he can try and score off of that. He has the underhook thrown in. Just has to be careful that he doesn't get caught in anything like a huge throw to a pin. And they go out of bounds. Minute 12 to go in the second period. Laval leads this one 5-1. Whistle blows. Wrestlers feel each other out. Leaning on the head there is Borgia, as is Laval.
We got 4 matches after this. Am I correct? Yeah. Heavyweight, yes. No, we started at 123 matches.
Yep, so we have heavyweight 106 and 113 left to go. So this would be this is definitely the biggest matchup of the night.
By far.
Like, no question about it.
I mean, we've had some quality matchups in the lower weights. I know we had Brandon
Augie,
Neal, we had
Augie's-
Conti against Zamora, you know. So, I mean, we've had some going, but I mean, you're talking about 2 kids who potentially, if things go well, could both be on the podium. I mean, I have no qualms about the talent of Laval, who's proven it the last 2 years, and Borgia, who is right there.
Yeah, and I definitely think that Borgia has definitely a possibility to get on the podium this year at AC. 15 seconds left to go in the second period. 10 seconds to go. Both wrestlers feeling each other out. Laval leads 5-1. And we'll see where Borgia goes here to start the third period. It will be very interesting to see. And Laval gets a takedown right at the end of the second period at the edge of the mat. And now that extends his lead 7-1. And we'll see where Borgia is going to go. I think Borgia is going to go bottom, and he does. He was indicating that before I called it. So we'll see what Borgia can do from bottom. Definitely his biggest thing is he just has to score in any which way.
He's got, the main thing is, you know, you're down 6. You want to try to get something where you can get some points back. Your biggest thing is getting away, which he does here. And then you got to make your offense. But I think that was Laval kind of trying to get everything going there. Let him up. Actually, I don't know. Did they give him I don't think they gave it to him. I thought they did. Okay. I was wondering. I didn't see him awarded. I thought they gave him up.
It was very close there.
And then, you know, you got to see if you're Borgia, you got to push the issue. But Laval is tough.
Oh, 100%. 100%. He was tough as a freshman, just as tough as a sophomore. And this year, he's expected to do some really big things, especially being a state champ and carrying on that Laval name for the Hanover Park Hornets. Minute 15 to go in the third. 7-2 lead for Laval. Borgia trying to go ahead and spin around, but out of bounds as the officials. They'll go back to the center of the mat. Both wrestlers will feel each other out. Leading on the head are both wrestlers. Minute to go in the third period. For Tommy Borgia and Vincenzo Laval. Let's see if they can circle back in, and they do. Stall warning there, and a takedown for Laval. And Laval is just going to cut Borgia, make it 9-3. And that was a stall warning on Borgia. .40 seconds left to go in the third. 9-3 lead for Vincenzo Laval. And a shot attempt there by Borgia, just to show that he is still trying his absolute best. And they go into the center of the mat. 26 seconds to go in the third.
You almost think Laval's going to be aggressive here and try to get another shot.
I think so, and that's exactly what he's doing. And he makes this right now in major decision territory, 11-3.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to really do much here. He's going to, no warnings, doesn't really have to go crazy with anything.
Nope. He can just finish on top here and give his team the extra bonus point. And that will extend the Hornets lead 30-26. So congratulations to Vincenzo Laval, and best of luck throughout the rest of the season. So be sure to follow us on social media, on Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on Twitter at GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling. And be sure to also, if you like all of our wrestling products and events that we have covered for today, please be sure to like on this video or put a like on the other stream as well. And be sure to hit that subscribe button as well to help us out. And we have all the wrestling needs that you have, that you guys want.
So you blew that.
So be sure.
Be sure to like and subscribe so you can get
did.
anything with our live streams, anything with our podcasts, anything you need wrestling-wise, we are here to supply. And if you have a local business and you guys want to sponsor for the 23-24 season, we have limited opportunities left. We got a big throw here.
By Cadella. He's going to get in on the pin, and then he gets it.
Cadella with the big pin there.
And with 2 bouts to go, West Morris leads this one 32-31. 2 bouts to go.
Man, when you get those big guys, it's either a long match or you're getting a throw and a pin.
So today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, and the Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of GardenStateHSWrestling.com's live wrestling coverage, as well as a special thank you to Next Generation Training Center for being the main sponsor for today's quad at Randolph High School. And now we go into the 106-pound weight class, and we have Brody Neal of Westmore Central and Gabriella Conte from Hanover Park. And this is definitely one of the matchups that we talked about prior. And we're looking forward to seeing another great matchup here between 2 quality wrestlers.
Conte's solid, and Neal's one to watch out for, so I'm expecting big things from this matchup.
No, most definitely. We saw Conte wrestle earlier against Augie Zamaretta from Warren Hills and had such a great matchup there. And Brody Neal also had a great matchup with Augie Zamaretta as well.
Both lost to Augie, but
did.
Very solid. I think if I remember correctly, Conte was 4-0 against Zamaretta.
That's correct.
I don't remember what Neal's was. I think it was a little
6-4 it was. He was just a takedown away from tying it all up to go into overtime. See how worth having around.
Let's not get crazy here.
Well, for something, at least. Something as small as that. Minute 12 to go in the first period. Both wrestlers feeling each other out. Looks like it's going to, I think the official is going to call a stalemate here. Neither one's really improving their position, and he does, as I called it correctly. 57 seconds left to go in the first. And we'll see what he can do. Brody Neal of Westmore Central. And looks like they could go into a, nope, not even that. And getting from behind now, looked like he was going to get caught in it, but he was able to spin around and get out of it. 2-0 for Brody Neal of Westmore Central. Trying to work a 3-quarter Nelson is Neal on Gabriella Conte. Under 15 seconds left to go in the first with a 2-0 lead, and that's going to get stopped for potentially dangerous. He was watching the knee of Conte. Seven seconds left to go. Neal leads this one 2-0. We'll see what he can do in the last 5 seconds of the first. And after one period, Brody Neal leads this one 2-0. It is going to be Neal's choice. He's going to defer. Conte is going to go. She's going to go bottom, I think. And we're going to get some blood time on Gabriella Conte. So let's take the time to talk about our social media. On Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com. On Twitter at GardenStateHSW. And on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling. And if you like all of the wrestling stuff that we have provided here today at the Randolph Quad, please be sure to also drop a like on either this stream or our previous stream from before, and hit the subscribe button to help out GardenStateHSWrestling.com for all of your wrestling needs.
And if you want to see the podcast, listen to the podcast, or listen to any of our live events we're going to be doing, we're going to be at a big one at Peaburg tomorrow. We're going to have Peaburg, Delsea, North Hunterdon, and Mount Olive. Delsea and North Hunterdon are not going to wrestle each other, so the last match is going to be Peaburg versus Mount Olive. If you've been following for the last couple of years, you know that there was a dispute a couple of years ago about who the top public team was, and a lot of people thought it was Peaburg, a lot of people thought it was Mount Olive. I know it's different, it's a little different teams, but I know that it's still kind of there, so that's going to be the main squad, because North Hunterdon and Delsea are going to meet at the Borscht Duels in Newton on the 6th. So.
Yeah, it's going to be such a great matchup between Peaburg and Mount Olive tomorrow.
Caution on Neal, it looks like.
And the match will get underway in the second period. Neal leads this one 2-0. He's going to bring Conte back down to the mat. And we'll see what he can do here. He's in a front headlock position. Now spins back behind. And doing such a great job as Gabriella Conte. I'm excited to see what she can do down at towards the end of the season, what she can do, like qualify for girl states and things like that. I'm really looking forward to seeing what she can do down there. I think she'll do big things.
Yeah, I think she'll be solid. I expect her to do very well at girl states.
I think she will.
I expect her to do very well at the Morris County tournament. She's solid. I mean,
Yeah.
she's very good.
There's no other way to really describe it.
Would I be shocked if she placed at the county tournament? No. She's very good.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. Minute 21 to go in the second. Neal holds on for a 2-0 lead. But Conte doing a great job and not giving up so easily on any cheap points like back points or anything of that nature.
No, this has kind of been exactly what I expected. Late takedown by Neal puts it where it's at now. But, I mean, we're talking about, two really good ones. And then it'll depend on how this finishes up. So if Neal wins, obviously they're going to run this. So say it stays where it is now, or at least a regular decision. It's going to be 35-31. So then you're going to need at least either a major or not to tie. And, that's going to be put a little more pressure there on the – it's a guy potentially dangerous, it looks like. Neal's not happy about it.
No, definitely not. And they'll get back into the center of the mat. 34 seconds left to go in the second. 1 point separating between these two teams. Westmore's leads at 32-31.
A little bit of an injury here.
So let's talk about our social media. Follow us on social media. On Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com. On Twitter at GardenStateHSW. And on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling.
And if you like what you see here and you want to be kept in tune with the podcast, upcoming live events, anything like that, like and subscribe on YouTube. We just hit 1,000 before the season for subscribers. Thank you so much. We're on the climb to 2,000 and 1 million. I don't know if that'll ever happen. But we're on the climb, so like and subscribe for us. And if you're interested in what we do here and you really like what you're watching, we have limited sponsorship opportunities left for the 23-24 season. You want to sponsor a live stream or an individual ad? Click on the Your Ad Here logo. It has a sponsorship form. Fill it out. It comes directly to me. We are the premier high school wrestling platform in the state. Don't listen to a used car salesman, his expensive lies, that goof. Come to GardenStateHSWrestling.com. We deliver the proof. Like I said, why go with the rest when you can deal with the best? GardenStateHSWrestling.com.
Now we'll get back to the action. 34 seconds left to go in the second. Brody Neal leads this one 2-0. Under 30 seconds to go in the second period. See what he can do here. Throwing in a power half is Neal and throwing in those legs. Now he's got both legs in to try to break down the base of Gabriella Conte. And we'll see what he can do. 10 seconds to go in the second. Doing such a great job is Conte of holding her own. Gonna see if he can get any more points is Neal, but not gonna happen. 2-0 lead for Brody Neal of Westmore Central.
Assume Neal's going to take bottom.
I think so. And it looks like
wow, okay. All right.
I can understand why top, because he's been so dominant from top, and I think that he can hold for 2 more minutes or get more points from the bottom position. So I understand going on top. Now he throws in both legs. Just has to be careful that he doesn't get too high or get too sloppy from top.
He's a little high here.
And Conte could be able to sneak out from the back door. He is getting a little sloppy. He just needs to arch his back.
Conte pushes a little bit.
I think it's going to get stopped for stalemate.
I don't know. She's right there. She could slide out. Oh, they're going to stop it.
For potentially dangerous because he had control of that arm there. Kind of got twisted up a little bit. So they'll get reset. Minute 30 to go in the third. Neal leads this one 2-0. And we'll see what he can do. He goes right back to the leg. See if he can throw in a power half. Again, he's getting
a little high.
He is getting high there, and Conte has control of, actually has that ankle right there. And she could try to sneak out from the back door. Because she has control of
I think she might, he was a little high. I think he might have it. He can get out. She turns in.
And
she's going to get the one at least.
She's going to get an escape here. Under a minute to go in the third. It's going to be 2-1. And they're going to stop because he needs time to adjust his headgear. So 2-1 lead for Brody Neal of West Morris. Going to call for some injury time.
I think he might have got poked in the eye, he's trying to say.
So let's go ahead and talk about our sponsors.
For Hanover Park, these local sponsors have helped us all year, and we appreciate their support. Blue Boot Kitchen, James Senko State Farm, Lazio's Pizza, Lou's Jewelers, Taco Moreto, and Mama Rayo's. And for West Morris, Mia Nona's, New Jersey Total Health, Victor Pet Foods, Long Valley Pub, OMG Burger. Thank you so much for your continued support this year. We appreciate everything you've done to help bring wrestling to the masses. Looks like we're good to go here. We're coming back.
2-1 lead here for Brody Neal of Westmore Central over Gabriella Conte from Hanover Park, who just received the escape.
I want to see if she wants to be a little aggressive here, down by 1. Try to get the takedown and give her team the win and go into the lead heading into the last bout. Looked like she was going for the dump there.
Yeah,
Brody backed out of it.
It was extremely close, and not even just a dump. Looked like she could have gone for that throw.
Right on the edge here.
Under 30 seconds to go in a third.
See if we're going to get a stalemate here. Or, yep, going to get to the edge. We're going to get a restart.
22 seconds left to go. This is such a really high-intensity matchup between these two wrestlers who've been doing just phenomenal things. As Neal getting in, but nicely blocked off with that wizard thrown in is Conte. We'll see who's going to come out as
10
the
seconds
victor.
here.
It's going to be crazy to see who comes out as the victor.
Neal holding on here. Throws Conte down, gets the takedown, holds her down for the last seconds. He's going to win 4-1 here.
And that will retake the lead for Westmore Central, 34-32 with one bout to go. Follow us on social media. On Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on Twitter at GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling. And if you would like to talk about as far as our wrestling coverage that we have for today, and if you liked everything that we've had to cover for today, please be sure to drop a like on this video or our previous stream that we had before, and hit the subscribe button as well for all of your wrestling needs. And now we go into the final bout of the night, and we have
Hanover Park's got to be aggressive here.
As they trail 35-31, we have one bout to go.
So Hanover Park's got to win by a major to at least tie it or try to get a pin here. I think they're going to be aggressive and try to go for the pin.
Most definitely, because you never know what's going to happen as far as criteria goes. And if it did come down to criteria, who do you think the win would?
I don't even have it in front of me. I'd have to start going through the criteria. Why put the cart before the horse? Let's see what happens.
Insightful commentary there by Donald J. Brower.
Yeah, that's what I do.
As do I, too. But this is my side job. The best around. Minute 5 to go in the first period. And the other Conte for Hanover Park, and Vasquez from Westmore Central. .45 seconds left to go in the first period. See what both wrestlers figure out. Trying to get a chess match going here. Getting blocked off there is Vasquez, but Conte getting in on a takedown of his own, and he gets it.
Let's see if he tries to work something here. He's got him down. Looking like for a cradle, but he didn't have it under the leg.
Yeah, he definitely needs something big here to happen as his team trails 35-31. And reaching back there is Vasquez, but not successful with that. 5 seconds to go in the first period. And after one period, Conte leads this one 2-0. It's going to be Conte's choice. He's going to go bottom to start the second period. That's something that he definitely did not hesitate to do. So Vasquez on top, Conte on bottom. Again, you are watching we are here at Randolph High School watching the Hanover Park Hornets versus the Westmore Central Wolfpack with your host Donald J. Brower and James Clarke on the call. 2-0 lead for Vasquez of Westmore Central, or excuse me, Conte from Hanover Park, and he gets the reversal. And is he going to give him 2 back points?
Looked like he swiped it twice, but no, my math is correct from speaking with it. I think if Hanover Park ties, they'll be the tiebreaker for most bouts won. If you know, my math is working here correctly.
And that very well
I think it's 5. I think so. I thought they might have won 6, but I don't think it's 7.
It has to be for that criteria. It's like 8-6 in bout wins.
Yes.
Correct. So we'll see what happens here. We got a minute to go in the second with Conte leading this one 4-0. He needs to work a cradle, and he's going to get some back points out of it.
We might not have to worry about that. I don't know if he got the back points. He got to 2.
Did.
Okay.
Got 2.
The way the ref came over, I wasn't sure if he got the count ahead of time.
I almost thought he got back points from earlier when he was over here at the edge of the mat with that reversal.
That was close. It's an exciting matchup right now because now we're looking, we're literally right there close.
30 seconds to go in the second period with Conte leading 6-0. Needs to work for a major or more to help this Hanover Park team win the match. Trying to work on some back points, but nothing doing there. Got a 1 swipe, but that's all.
I know people saw the 2, but it wasn't a 2. It was 1, and it broke the brain, and then 2. So it's not a 2.
I agree.
It wasn't 2. It was short time here.
And after 2 periods, Conte leads this one 2-0.
6-0.
6-0, excuse me.
Do we know how the math works?
Listen, it's been a long day of wrestling. Cut me some slack.
There's no such thing. I love some wrestling.
Oh, I love wrestling too, for sure. I remember spending all those days in the wrestling.
Now this is interesting. Vasquez is going to take neutral. That's interesting because I'm surprised he doesn't take down and try to get out unless he thinks he's going to get turned or however it works. I'm shocked he didn't try something else because now with a takedown, that's in major decision territory.
I agree. That was an interesting call by Coach Merrill. But they may see something that we don't.
Unless they're afraid he just got turned so much on that last period. They're afraid of him giving it up again and thought he had a better shot.
Yeah, that could very well be the case, and they go out of bounds. So we'll see what happens. Minute 25 to go in the third. Conte leads this one 6-0. And getting blocked off by the shot there is Vasquez. We'll see if he can try and get something here, but nothing doing there for Conte. He needs to try to stand up. He needs to make sure that he does not get taken down or thrown to his back or anything. He needs to get a major or more to help his team win. We got a minute to go in the third period.
So even though he's losing 6, it could be, but he gets to get to the round. I think he's going to get it here.
He's near it at least. Throws in the leg and throwing in
gets
the
the
half.
2. See if we get the points.
He's going to get some back points.
He might get the
too.
pin here. That's going to be huge.
If he can get the pin here, that would be huge for the
Stabs
Hanover
him back.
team.
Going to get some more.
He's going to get 3 back points there. It will make it 11-0 for Conte.
And he's still in good position.
He's looking over at the score. He knows what's at stake right now.
He's right there. They're going to tie this matchup. As long as they keep this as a major decision.
Stalemate called by the official. 7 seconds to go. Conte leads this one 11-0. Maybe a caution. And we'll see.
Going to hold them down. It's going to be an 11-0 victory. We're going to go to criteria. To tie this match up 35-35, and I'm not going to call it yet. I think by criteria, I think Hanover Park's going to win this match.
That makes it 35-35. Let's go to criteria.
We're going to go to criteria real quick, find out what's going on.
Today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athletes Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, and the Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of GardenStateHSWrestling.com's live wrestling coverage, as well as a special thank you to Next Generation Center for being the main sponsor for today's quad at Randolph High School. And we are here all tied up at 35.
Referees are going back to decide and look at the criteria. I think if the math is correct, I think from what I told it, I think Hanover Park's going to win this. Okay, so it was 7-7. We're figuring out the criteria now.
Nice shoes. Nice shoes.
Referees are looking. Both coaches are here. The anticipation on who wins this, because you know how criteria goes. Coach Merrill and Coach Branham trying to work on it. We're waiting to hear what the score final is. We're going to see his criteria. They are in the book. Referee is coming out. I don't know what criteria we're going to here, but I think it's pretty deep down.
Attention Bills.
I'm going to go over and listen to what the criteria is.
Jared, how's that running for you?
So this will be really interesting to see who wins this one right here, right now. Such a great matchup here. We want to thank everybody for tuning in today for such a solid squad here at Randolph High School between Randolph, Warren Hills, Westmore Central, and Hanover Park. Should be finding out any minute. But it looks like it's a pretty close one here, as it was a even 7-7 bout split between the two teams. So they got to look through the points. They got to look through back points, or excuse me, pins, bonus point wins, things like that. So it's going to be very interesting to see who comes out as the victor. But I am going to agree with Don that it could potentially be Hanover Park. Now they're breaking out the rule book. And Downs coming back with the call.
Hanover Park, your winner.
Hanover Park wins the match on criteria F. Least number of forfeits. The one forfeit at 157 that they did the bump up, Dean comes back to haunt them in the end.
That is absolutely insane. They really went deep in the rule book for that one.
They went totally in there, but we've had a long day. Listen, James, great job. You can take the day off tomorrow. You're not needed for a while. But listen, for James Clarke, for Jared Clements, the podcasting legend, for John, the new cameraman, for Shane Dunn, for Rob Graham, for everyone here, thank you. Thank you for watching us. Like I said, you've already seen on our social medias. Follow us on all the social medias, GardenStateHSWrestling.com on Facebook, Garden State HSW on Twitter, Garden State HS Wrestling on Instagram. Like and follow and subscribe on YouTube. You'll get all the notices for our upcoming events, including our quad tomorrow at Peaburg, and all our podcasts and everything we do there. But for everyone, thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow.